Since the dawn of time, there have been questions that humanity have never been able to answer. What is the meaning of life?
It's to smash the like and subscribe button on my channel.
What is consciousness? Do bears wipe their asses when they shit in the woods?
It depends if there's a rabbit nearby. But jokes aside, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I ask that you please keep the criticism to the opinion, not the person. And with that all being said, let's get into it.
Why waste time say lot word when few word do trick? But, as a relentless passage of time marches on, civilizations have risen and fallen. Technology has been woven into the very fabric of society. This has brought with it the one question that will hound humanity forevermore. Why can't you just get good?
Use bleed.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
My name is Duncan for Gamers Watch, and today we tackle the existential question of should video games have easy modes?
No, get good. No, but seriously, it's up to the developers. They make the game, they're spending millions on creating it, it's ultimately up to them. Also, if you want it that bad, you can play on the PC and probably download a mod for it. Wait, I think I did that for Elden Ring just to test and see how well it would play, and I uninstalled it within an hour.
If you enjoy this video, please do consider giving us a like and a subscribe, and if you hate this video, it's probably because I'm talking about you.
Oh yeah, he's definitely talking about me.
You silly little goose. From Software's Elden Ring is just around the corner, and with it comes the question around video game accessibility, with two diametrically opposed sides having philosophical debates. On the
Philosophical debates? Bro, it's not that deep, it's a game. I hate when people do that stuff. They'll be like, I'm standing my ground on this game or something like that. I'm like, dude, you're not like some sort of activist. Like, chill out.
most reasonable of platforms, Twitter. On the one side, we've got the get-gooders.
Wait, where did he find this picture of me from? What the fuck?
They base their entire personalities on conquering hard video games, mainly because they've got literally no other redeeming features. They argue that to include easy modes in games objectively spoils the essence of video gaming as medium.
And they're absolutely right in saying that, dude. The developers themselves said they did not want to add an easy mode because they want everyone to overcome the same level of challenge as a community and help each other out, you know, talk about strategies, things like that. They're not going to add it. I don't know why people keep begging for it. It's never going to happen. The chance of getting an easy mode in these games is lower than the chance of a fanboy making a good argument.
To be a true gamer is to spend hours upon hours of honing their knowledge of the game, to create muscle memory levels of dexterity, slowly honing their skills to progress through extremely punishing games.
That would be a good thing. You're getting more time out of the game, dude. Like, you're getting more for your money. You're getting tons of enjoyment. Like, that's part of the fun, is overcoming a challenge. That's why we buy Souls games. We like to be challenged. If you don't enjoy that, do not buy a Souls game. I don't understand why you're in such a rush to beat the game. It's not like if you don't beat it in a month, your PlayStation's just gonna start levitating on some Hogwarts type shit and fly out the window. Oh yeah, speaking of Hogwarts.
Hog Shit Legacy is another fucking cutscene simulator just like God of War Ragnartrash.
Claim dominion over fictional worlds, and everyone else just wants to play games. Imagine that.
Then why don't you go play something else, dude?
And so here we have 5 reasons why Elden Ring should have an easy mode.
Holy shit, dude, we're like 3:45 or so, 3 minutes 45 seconds into the video, and we're only at the number 5.
Number 1. Accessibility.
That doesn't go touch grass now!
It is a word that makes the blood of get-gooders boil. A word, like an 89 on Metacritic, can send them into an unfettered rage.
Rip the PC.
Statistics that are made up for this video by a producer show that 73% of gamers want to be able to play a video game doesn't make them want to then frisbee their console into a bin.
Just because you get upset at challenging video games doesn't mean the rest of us do, dude. I recommend playing like Animal Crossing or something easier.
Elden Ring looks incredible, so we think that many players will be picking up the game blissfully unaware of the punishing difficulty that comes with a From Software title.
Y'all gotta start learning to do some research on $70 video games before you go out and blindly just buy it because other people are hyping it up.
Leading them to abandon the game and miss out on an incredible world.
That is a legitimate skill issue, and I'm not even saying it to be funny, dude.
Just look at Sifu, with the developers adding in an easy difficulty due to the amount of people bouncing off the game at only level 2. Number 2. Games are expensive.
Yeah, and that's what baffles me even more. Why would you buy an expensive game without doing research and seeing if it's for you or not? I don't get it, dude.
If you're unlucky enough to live, like us here at Gamers Watch, in the UK, you'll be subject to an eye-watering increase in the cost of living. Thanks again, Boris, you absolute Video games are expensive, so the decision to spend your money on one shouldn't be determined on if you think it will be too hard, even if you know you'll love the world the developers have created.
Well, you know what's part of that world? The challenge.
With the implementation of an easy mode, it means that people who aren't able to chuck loads of money at the latest and greatest games still get to enjoy their purchases to the fullest. Especially if the time is at a premium, which leads us on to number 3. Who's got the time to get good?
Well, with the time you spent making this video, you could have grinded some runes, got a more powerful character, and it would have made the game easier.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Sneaky, you always overuse that joke, man. I'm unsubscribing. Your channel lacks luster, dude.
Bland, boring, uninspired, and rather lacking in luster.
No, but seriously, is that guy trolling with his videos? Because he's been doing that same shit since like 2016, and he always says bland, boring, uninspiring, and lacking in luster. Like, at this point, I'm genuinely confused if he's trolling or not. Like, y'all are gonna have to let me know down in the comments.
Elden Ring creator Hidetaka Miyazaki has said the story can be completed by an experienced player in about 30 to 50 hours. For some people looking at that, it's an amount of time they just don't have, especially if you have to play it for double that amount of time just to learn the ropes.
So you're getting more for your money. You're getting more time in the game for your money. Where's the problem?
Take us here at Gamers Watch for example. After our full-time jobs, feeding our families, doing the chores, putting the kids to bed, producing a weekly show and filming hilarious skits to our tens of fans, catching all the Pokemon, at least barely any time for gaming.
With the time you spent making this video, you could have leveled up like 10 times and easily beaten a boss or summoned some help.
Let alone getting slaughtered umpteen times each night by Dark Knight Arsechafe wielding the blade of piercing giblets. Games need to respect players' time, with some publishers not realising that boasting about hundreds of hours of playtime is a massive turn-off.
Is this guy complaining that there's too much content?
An easy mode will ensure that for players who actually have social, working and family lives, they will still be able to have fun and enjoy the game. Number 4. Hey guys, gamers can be differently abled too.
That was kind of the first point you made when you said accessibility. Like colorblind features, text-to-speech, you know, maybe a controller that disabled people can use. You need to learn the difference between easy and accessible. They're not the same.
Around the time of the Psychonauts 2 release, it came to light that the developers Double Fine had the absolute audacity to include an accessibility mode that enabled gamers of all abilities to enjoy the wonderful world and story, and stress-free.
Well, Elden Ring is not an entirely single-player game, so how would they have to just take out the multiplayer? Like, okay, so we're going to remove the multiplayer because a small minority of people who play this game don't enjoy the game the way it was intended to be made? Yeah, nah, that's not happening.
A friend of the show who has cerebral palsy celebrated this, saying, "I like easy modes, because as a disabled person, I struggle to play some games." Right on, brother. Of course, the smooth-brained troglodytes within the gaming community took umbrage to this, peppering our friend with insults.
Well, I'll agree with him that if you're insulting him for like having that disability, you're a complete dick.
Able-bodied gamers take our experiences for granted. Why on earth wouldn't you want someone else to have fun? Microsoft designed the adaptive controller to make user input for games more accessible for people with disabilities.
Yeah, and that's a true accessibility option, not easy mode. I've seen people with no hands beat Elden Ring, dude.
Simply allowing more people to have fun, which is just ruddy lovely, and what is the problem with that? Number 5. It's literally just a game.
Well, if it's just a game, why are you making this video, like, you know, complaining about it? Well, I guess we can wrap it up here.